Welcome back to another Take 3 for Politics. I'm Andrew Theen.
I'm Brad Schmidt.
Today we're going to be talking about a story that Brad has reported on for several years. Former city parking manager Ellis McCoy was sentenced today in federal court. What can you tell us about Mr. McCoy?
Yeah, Ellis McCoy is the city's former parking manager. He was implicated in a bribery scandal, and he was sentenced today to 2 years in federal prison. Our colleague Maxine Bernstein was there. The prosecution actually was seeking 2.5 years. The defense for Mr. McCoy wanted essentially what amounted to house arrest. He says he has a medical condition, and they made the argument that he's not a risk to do this again. The prosecution said that he was a crook. The judge determined that he was greedy and sentenced him to the 2 years. So he will be going to prison beginning July 9th.
So obviously Portlanders are accustomed to paying to park all around town, and Mr. McCoy and this company, Cale, are very intertwined here in Portland. What else is going on that front? I know you had a story that posted on Wednesday.
Yes, so Cale is a parking meter manufacturer out of Sweden, and the bribes that McCoy took were tied to this a distributor out of Florida headed by a guy named George Levy. George Levy was removed from his position in December of 2011, and at that point, the Cale Group bought all of the assets. Now, what I found in reviewing the documents was that there was a gentleman named Ed Olander, who is the current president of Cale America, and he received emails from Levy indicating not that there were bribes going on, but that Mr. McCoy had shared a confidential request for proposal in 2006 before it was publicly available, and that McCoy then edited the Cale's response before it was submitted back to the city of Portland. Now again, it doesn't show that anyone knew there were bribes going on, but the emails that Levy shared do show that he was keeping Cale officials informed about what appears to be a very improper relationship in Portland. Now, the city of Portland said all the bad actors were gone, and they've agreed to go back into business with Cale America. They just this month signed a contract for 1,000 new meters. 300 of those meters are scheduled to go in Northwest Portland.
Right.
But those installations were supposed to begin this month. PBOT says that that has yet to happen, and it's not clear when that's going to happen.
So you talked about the Alphabet District and the parking there. Where do we go from here? What's next on this issue?
So the city is still trying to figure out what to do with Cale based on these new emails. Now let's be clear, they didn't have access to these private company emails, so when they said all the bad actors were out of the way, they believe that. These new emails indicate that they have some issues to work out with Cale, and they've said as much. They're investigating whether the company misled them. There are any number of options they could choose to pursue. They could try and void the contract. They could say everything's good. They could say, well, if the company makes some changes, we're comfortable with what happens next. So right now we're in a waiting game. The director of the Portland Bureau of Transportation was scheduled to talk with Cale today, and when we know more, we'll let you know more.
Thanks for that story, Brad, and thanks for tuning in to another Take 3 for Politics.